The only problem is the people down in the high desert have water rights to this lake because it actually naturally overflows that way. So they found out we were going to be pumping water the opposite direction of them, and they filed a lawsuit against us saying we were stealing their water, and they actually won. So that tower there has never been used to transport water anywhere. It's just there for postcard pictures, if you will. Now the tower, like I said, does mark the deepest point of the lake at 145 feet deep. The tower stands at 195 feet tall. At the base of the tower, the concrete is 3.5 feet thick all the way around. Now there's tunnels underneath the lake from the tower that go through the mountains on each side here of the lake. And those tunnels were actually never completed. There were supposed to be 11 miles worth of tunnels. By the time the lawsuit was completed, there was only 6.5 done. So they're not even finished. Even if we wanted to use it to transport water, we couldn't. And you'll see a lot of these homes over here, they have these tracks to vernacular carts, so they don't have to walk up and down all the stairs. That makes sense. So that's why this is the richer side, and over there is the poorer side, because they just have stairs. That brown house right there, the kind of log cabin looking one, but it's not a log cabin in the middle. That house there used to belong to Max Factor Cosmetics. And the little white shack right there, that's my house. Before you judge me, just keep in mind that small houses are trending right now, so this is actually really cool. It's all over TV. I'm just kidding, I can't afford that. After college. The idea is to be in one of these bigger ones, but I'll take that. Alright, anybody have any questions? No? Good? Do you have a question?
How many acres though
is the lake? It's 761. Yeah, 761 surface acres is how many acres the lake is. You can fit 31,000 Lake Arrowheads in Lake Superior. Just a little fun fact for you. That's how I judge how big a fire is. You know, when they say 20,000 acres is burned, I think of how big Lake Arrowhead is, the surface area. Alright. Now you see a lot of these boats are up on these lifts. These are called hydro lifts. These keep the boat up out of the water so that when the lake gets rough, these boats don't get beat up inside the dock slip. If you take a look at that black pontoon boat right there, you can see there's not much room between the boat and the dock. So when the lake gets rough, that boat might get pretty banged up inside there. These will lift your boat right up out of the water and they just bounce straight up and down, preventing it from hitting the sides. Also, it keeps the algae off the bottom of the boat as well, so it keeps the boat nice and clean. These aren't cheap though, these are like $10,000, $15,000 just for those floaties. That does not include the dock or the boat or anything like that. Now do you guys see those balls in that tree right there just to the left of that American flag? That's not bird, those aren't bird nests. That's actually mistletoe. So that is naturally growing mistletoe right there. As we come around this point, you'll see a big tan house with some white trim and pointed chimneys. See it in just a second here. And there it is, where that point's starting to come off. That house right there used to belong to Shirley Temple. It is currently owned by Chris McDonald, who played Shooter McGavin in Happy Gilmore. He used to be up here all the time, I guess. I don't really remember, but. Now just to the right, if you look through this hole of trees, through this corner, there's going to be another tan house with some darker windows. That house right there used to belong to Patrick Swayze, up until he passed away. Now if you look into the back corner of this bay, you can see that bridge. Underneath that bridge is where we let the water out when the lake is too full. It goes all the way down to the high desert from here, out of these release gates that are about 4 by 4 feet wide and tall. And it connects down to Willow Creek, which eventually runs into the Mojave River on the backside of the mountain. Also back in there is Tavern Bay Beach Club. Tavern Bay is a beach club you can go to if you have lake rides. So across the street from Tavern Bay is the UCLA Conference Center. So if you go to UCLA or you went to UCLA, you can go here on like a little getaway instead of going to a resort. It's pretty cool. They have a lot of things you could do there. Volleyball, basketball, tennis. Got all kinds of stuff. I think they even have boats they can take you out on. Now you see a lot of these little homes here. These are not actual homes. These are just dock houses. So you don't have, people don't have